Hello friends, I am Shailendra Singh and today I am going to tell you what is Oracle CRSCTL. CRS Cluster Ready Services CTL Control. What is CRSCTL? CRSCTL is interface between user and Oracle Clusterware, passing and calling Oracle Clusterware APIs for Oracle Clusterware objects. CRSCTL provides Clusterware commands which you can perform check, start and stop operations on the cluster. You can run these commands from any node in the cluster or another node in the cluster or on all the nodes in the cluster depending upon the operations. You can use CRSCTL command to perform several operations on Oracle Clusterware such as starting and stopping Oracle Clusterware resources, enabling, disabling Oracle Clusterware daemons, checking on the health of the cluster, managing resource that represents third-party application, integrating intelligent perform management interface with Oracle Clusterware, debugging Oracle Clusterware components. So you can perform a lot of activities with this CRSCTL on the Oracle Clusterware system. CRSCTL command objects options. You can get help to get the exact syntax of this command. You can use add, check, config, create, debug, delete, disable, discover, enable commands of the CRSCTL, and you can get the help. CRSCTL command object -h, so you can get the help and the exact syntax to run these commands. And I will going to show you few CRSCTL commands live on the server. CRSCTL check cluster -all, CRSCTL check CRS, CRSCTL config CRS, CRSCTL disable CRS, this CRSCTL enable CRS, CRSCTL check CTSS, CRSCTL query CRS software version -all. There are a lot of commands, more than 100 commands of the CRS, so I am going to show you a few of them. CRSCTL statress resource -t, CRSCTL resource -t -init, how you can start the CRS, how you can stop the CRS, how you can stop the cluster, means all the nodes firing a single command on a node to stop all the CRS resources on the cluster. So you can see here in the server in the live mode. I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So let's move on the server. CRSCTL check cluster -all. You can see here on the both the nodes. CRS cluster ready services is online, cluster synchronization service is online, event manager is online. You can see both the nodes. CRSCTL check CRS, it will show you the health of the cluster on the particular node. Oracle High Availability Services, CRSCTL config CRS, it will show you whether auto start is enabled or not. You can see you can disable the auto start of the CRS when server reboots or starts. You can, your cluster ready services will not start when it is disabled, and you can enable the same if you want to start with the auto boot. CRSCTL check CTSS cluster time synchronization service. If you want to see CRSCTL queries software version all, you can see on the both the nodes the version of the software. CRSCTL query CRS release version. You can see the release version on the particular node. CRSCTL query CRS release patch. You can see the latest patch applied on the clusterware. Similarly, you can get information according software patch, and you can get the resources running on the both the nodes, node apps, and CRSCTL res-t -init will show you on particular node the services. You can stop the CRS. It will stop all the cluster ready services running on that particular node. You can see here it's stopping all the nodes and starting few services on the second node. When we stop on a particular node, few services will be switched on the second node automatically. So it is stopping all the services. You can see here, and we can start CRS again here. CRSCTL start. If we give a command CRSCTL stop cluster -all, it will stop all the services on the both the nodes of the CRS. It will shut down the CRS services on the both the nodes. You can see stopping all the services on RHL1 and RHL2 server. I am going to show you on the second node. You can see here grep pmon services have been stopped. So by this you can stop all the cluster ready services on both the nodes with single command. So you can see here. Thank you for watching.